Okay, we're going to be peeling the cover off the Rhino Flex so we can get to the PEX pipes. This is 1.25 inches on this side. We have 1 inch over here. I bought some connectors that will go from 1.25 inches to inch, and we just have to hook up to here, and then one of the lines, the return line, goes up there. Gotta be careful, because you'll cut teeth while you cut the pipe.
Yeah.
Got a good portion of it. Maybe that's enough.
Maybe. We don't want stuff going down inside of those PEX pipes, so
Do with a knife.
while we're doing this, I think it's under. Oh, yep. So we got to figure out a way to plug them up a little bit while we're cutting around, getting the insulation off and stuff. Does it work?
I don't know. I think it might.
Yay.
Let's see. Go like this. Take it out.
All right, so now we're getting the insulation off. Yeah. The plastic coating was the hardest part to get off. One pipe is marked and one pipe isn't for the return versus the one that goes into the house. Got to figure out which one's marked and remember so we don't mess up and cross over and under the house. Okay, I think we figured out the in between there. You can see some black on this left side, like black lines. So they get black markings on them. So that's the way they're marked differently. So we're going to have the one with the black on it be the return. I had to peel back more of the insulation and plastic on the outside because our crimping, whatever, tool for the connectors wouldn't go between the two pipes. So I have to peel back more to make it where we can get them in between it and they can spread apart further.
All right, this is our first time working with Rhino Flex. It's not that bad, but there's a bit of a learning curve, and so that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah,
it's the learning curve.
Learning, yeah. All right, we got a 4-foot piece that we're going to use to connect to here. Steve's using the crimping tool to.
I don't know if you're able to. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I can try.
I wish it would stay there. So.
Okay, let me see if I can get it down here. Gotta spread them apart a little. Does that help?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
There's enough room to get the wrench. Barely enough room to get.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? All right, we got the piece put on to the 1.5 inch, put onto the 1.5 inch, and then we got a T put in to tee off with a shut off so we can go over to our heater that we're going to use to heat the building. So the rest now from this end will run back up into the boiler.
Okay. Made the transition from the Rhino Flex to our 1-inch PEX. We teed off and have a line ready to go to the shop heater. go on up into our supply side. Now we need to run one more pipe up to the return side, and then we'll be finished with this outdoor part.
All right, we got him. We lost our light, went out, but needs charged. But we got the second one ran up to the return, and back down we got another T with a shut off put in. So yeah, it's a good start. Yesterday we ran the PEX from the Rhino-Flex to the wood boiler, and so today we decided to go ahead and try finishing the PEX under the house. So it was a booger. We got down there in the crawl space though, and there's no way I could have videoed that. So, but we got it ran and we got it run up. We haven't hooked it up yet, but we got extra pipes so we can hook it up. And yeah, so we're getting really close now. Pretty excited.
Okay, we're finishing the final connections here. I've took this pipe up to this heat exchanger on the furnace. Then over here we have the heat exchanger for the hot water heater. Just have a few steps to hook it up and we'll be done.
We had to run this second pipe. It's the far one there. From the heater, from the furnace, up and over, and have it come down, match up with a pipe in there. So that's challenging. So we're on our way to Home Depot because
Yet again, here we go. It happens to me every time I do any plumbing. I have to make multiple trips, but we were short a couple elbows. We're having to use shark bite elbows up in the area above the water heater because there's not enough room for the crimping tool. It spreads wide open quite a distance and you just can't get it up in there. So these are expensive, like 21 bucks, 22 bucks a piece. Need a couple of them, but to finish the job we gotta have it.
yeah. And thankfully, here we are on New Year's Day, going to Home Depot. Thankfully they're open. Feel bad for their employees, but we're glad they're open. So
Yep.
on our way. On our way to Home Depot, we noticed our bundles were gone. So we brought three, just happened to have three extra ones in the back of the van we're going to put in here. So go ahead and grab those and load them up. All right. Got $40 in our little money box. And I got my three bundles set in, just in case somebody needs some before we get back here to put some back in. So awesome. All right, so we bought a 45 to try to run from the second pipe down here to this one, and then we put a shut off on it also. So yeah, we're moving along here. All right, so we're trying to hook directly into the water heater now, and so Steve turned off the electricity to the water heater and turned off the water, ran some water out of the faucet. We'll hope that it doesn't run too much water.
It's running,
Yeah.
but it's to be expected, I think.
Yeah, I think there'd have to be some water in there.
Pretty warm water.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right, it looks like we have everything hooked up. And we turned the water back on, and there's nothing leaking, so.
I'd say the small size of the water heater opening had it difficult.
Yeah, this small area, this opening here, was hard because the crimping tool for the PEX has to spread wide open, and yeah, it's just too small of a space to work in almost to get all these pipes to cooperate. So we just turned the water heater back on too, so we'll see how it goes.